Hello, beautiful brides. My name is Adina in South Africa, and today I just want to share something from my heart about the living lesson that we were going to talk about in the fellowship yesterday. But it ended up that we didn't have the fellowship because by 6:10 there was nobody that showed up. Only one lady showed up, but then at 6:12 my electricity went off, and I lost all Wi-Fi and data signal, so I couldn't get back online again. But I do want to share what I have learned and what this lesson meant to me. When I always believed that there is a God out there. I never doubted for 1 minute that He is real. I always knew it. It was something that was always in my heart. But I never had a relationship with Him because I always saw Him, and maybe it's because of the church I went to as a child, or just the view that was instilled in me when I was a child. I don't know. But I always saw Him as a God that sits up there on His throne, just waiting for us to do something wrong so He can punish us. I never in a million years thought that you can have a relationship with Him as a friend or as a father or as a husband, depending on what you need and where you are in your life and what needs you have. If you never had a father figure in your life and you need Him as a father for a certain season in your life, I never ever thought that's possible. But later on in my journey, when trouble started in my marriage, I began to really have a desire to get to know the Lord. And I was baptized, and I really had this deep desire to get to know Him. But it also made me self-righteous, and I wanted to start to preach, especially to my brother, who was an atheist at that time. I tried to convince him that God is real, that the Bible is real, but he always had arguments against everything I said. As my journey progressed, and when I found RMI and learned all the principles, especially letting go and winning without words, I gave my brother to my heavenly husband. And I just let it go. And I didn't say anything else, because it only caused him to be rebellious. And looking back, before I really started to have the desire for a relationship with the Lord, I would have also been rebellious. And I was. There was a lot of times at that stage in my life where people wanted to preach to me or instill their religious views on me, and it caused me to be rebellious. And I didn't want to listen to them or anything else. And that's the same reaction I got from my brother. But when I let it go and just gave my brother to my heavenly husband and just left him in the Lord's capable hands and stopped saying anything, that's when the Lord revealed Himself to my brother, and he was open to receive the Lord. And that's from this lesson where it also talks about being preachy and religious and self-righteous. I can relate so much to what this lesson shares because of my own journey and where I've been, what I've experienced, and the journey with my brother, just letting him go into the Lord's hands. And it's something I've learned, and I've learned it through this ministry and also through my own experience. It's just to let your Heavenly Husband's love, His joy and His peace radiate from you. So you can draw other people in with His love, to love people unconditionally, no matter where they are. And that will draw them in. His love, His forgiveness, His compassion, all those qualities will draw them in and will make them want to have what you have. To have the same peace, the same joy, the same love that He has given you, the healing, the comfort. And that is what's so important and what makes us His vessels. And finding Him as a husband really, really elevates that love that radiates from us. And I want to encourage you that if you know someone that whose salvation you are worried about, to just leave, just show them love, just love them unconditionally, because that's what will draw them in. And like with my brother at this stage, he's open but I never push it. When the conversation goes in a direction where we start to talk about the Bible, then yes, we start to talk about the Bible. But then the conversation is led there. It's not me trying to be pushy or religious or self-righteous. It's something that we both talk about and we can both share in the miracles and the breakthroughs and what He did in our lives and how He provided and everything He does in our lives. And that's so amazing to have those, just those conversations with someone that's not forced. You're not trying to preach to someone. You're just talking about your Heavenly Father, your best friend, your Heavenly Husband, and sharing. But it comes naturally. It's not forced, and you're not trying to convince someone of something. So that for me, that is what I learned from the lesson again, and what I've experienced in my life. And I just wanted to share it with all of you. Please visit us on loveatlast.org for more life-changing courses, or visit encouragingbookstore.com